thought that school was gonna be this way. I played till 2 a.m., the life of RTA. The thirds all warned us about second semester. Now that we've learned 1, 2, and 3-point lighting and what VOSOT means, here we are for you. This is second edition, a show that's made for you. This is RTA Part 2, sports, entertainment, and news. Second edition's got the scoop.
What are you doing?
Getting inspiration for my new song. Stinky dog, make me some cornmeal cake.
Okay. Well, focus. We have a show to do. Oh. I'm Stephen Shaw. Welcome to Second Edition.
Oh, and I'm May Anderson. And while I sing about cornmeal cake, later on in the show, Stephen will have a chance to tackle the kitchen and make it.
And we will be reviewing a movie with a little more entertainment value than that.
Hey! This week on our Did You Know segment, learn some secrets from the longtime hit show Friends.
Don't forget about news and sports up next on Second Edition.
Hello and welcome to Nate's Second Edition News. I'm Godwin Lowe.
And I'm Kevin Thomas. Here's what's making local news this week. Local shop owners on 118th Avenue met in Eastwood Town Hall to brainstorm and determine how to improve the community they share.
The goal of the meeting was to ensure these businesses will receive proper funding they need in order to function. The meeting connected local business owners to larger organizations that provide their own advice on managing businesses. Member of SIFE Business Program Jennifer Livermore hopes that shop owners will learn from these discussions.
Take a break, go for a walk, see what's the next storefront, and just explore. I think it's very important.
They choose the city of Edmonton, keeps the money in the city, also job creation through recycle programs and that sort of thing. So it's a positive initiative.
The seminar proved to be very informative, as shop owners left the hall with a new perspective on their businesses.
It seems that our next door neighbor, Kingsway Mall, has finally received its well-earned recognition for its efforts to stay green. On February 16th, the shopping complex was given 2 awards for outstanding sustainability and efficiency. The mall features an abundance of plants and eco-friendly lights that are twice as efficient as regular bulbs. Assistant General Manager Clarissa Paradis is thrilled with this crowning achievement.
Kingsway Mall was recognized as the retail property that was able to have the most outstanding reductions in energy consumption, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Kingsway has also formed an alliance with Habitat for Humanity, an organization that will be able to build houses from the materials donated by Kingsway to provide much-needed shelter for the less fortunate.
Thousands gathered to witness the official Winter Paralympics 2012 opening ceremony in St. Albert.
The event kicked off on Thursday evening at the Service Credit Union with thousands in attendance. The co-chair of the huge event is thrilled for the participants.
Their training, it's an opportunity for them to qualify for the world stage in Korea and to win gold medals and things like curling. So it's their Brier, it's their national Olympic qualifier. It's fantastic.
Hundreds of athletes ran 4 kilometers carrying the Torch of Hope to the ceremony. The ground shook as fans cheered on the torchbearer as he made his way through the crowd. Both spirits and flags were held high with pride.
The new Alternative Energy Technology program teaches students how to harvest the Earth's natural energies. It's the only program of its kind in Canada, offering students the chance to work with advanced industry equipment. I got to talk with a student in the program. We're at the Alternative Energy Center at NAIT, and we're going to meet an international student who wants to bring back the technology to his hometown in Africa. Let's go. Abdul Jawara is a student in the new Alternative Energy Technology program at NAIT. The program shows students a different way of gathering energy than the traditional oil and gas.
Where I'm from is one of the sunniest, if not the sunniest place on the earth.
Abdul is from a country called Mauritania in Western Africa. He wants to bring what he learns here back home, but it's more than just the technology Abdul wants to take with him.
I hope to bring back the most is more of a state of mind. It would be good to show the people the technology, but it would be better to show them how to get there.
He believes learning to harvest their own energy is the first step for the independence of his people.
In Africa, some places there is no light. So since there is no light, people can do their homework, so they can do well in school. So from this, there's a ripple effect. But it's one of the ways to address the solution, because I believe that you're either part of the problem or the solution. If you manage to get free energy or energy from the sun or anything like that, it's easier to go from there.
Abdul hopes to change Africa the way Canada has changed him. Godwin Leung, 2nd Edition News. We're joined in studio by Matt Inglis. What's up in sports this week?
We check out a lot of hockey with the Ooks practice, the NHL trade deadline, and the Oilers highlights. All that and more coming up in sports. Check it out. This week I paid a visit to the Ooks men's hockey team as they prepare for playoffs. After winning a best-of-3 playoff series against the Concordia Thunder in the quarterfinals, the NAIT Ooks men's hockey team are focusing in on their next opponent. Ooks head coach Serge Lajoie knows that the team has a big challenge ahead and that they need to bring consistency to the table.
Still looking for a complete game, and I think the closest we came to that is the last game, the decided game on Sunday where we won 4-1, but still there was a few holes and inconsistencies in our game, so that's going to be our focus moving forward. Against Mount Royal, the best team in the league, we're going to have to make sure that everybody is ready right from the get-go and that we have a lot of consistency to our game.
The Ooks are going into the semi-finals against the league-leading Mount Royal Cougars. The Cougars took the season series against NAIT with 2 wins and a tie. The winner of this playoff series is going to the finals. The CFL's Battle of Alberta is heating up. Rick Campbell, who was the Edmonton Eskimos special teams coordinator last year, left the Eskies on Wednesday for a position with the Calgary Stampeders. Campbell will start the 2012-2013 season as the Stamps' new defensive coordinator. Campbell has a history in Calgary. He was the Stampeders' running back coach for the 2010 season. Rick Campbell is the son of former Eskimos head coach Hugh Campbell, who coached Edmonton through 5 consecutive Grey Cup wins. The Eskimos have not yet named a replacement for Campbell. Now to the NHL. This week, we covered one of the biggest days in hockey, the NHL trade deadline. February 27th marked the deadline set by the NHL for all trades to take place. The Edmonton Oilers got in on the trade action, swapping defenseman Tom Gilbert for stay-at-home blue liner Nick Schultz of the Minnesota Wild. One of the more notable trades on deadline day saw the Vancouver Canucks ship forward Cody Hodgson and defenseman Alex Sulzer to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for forward Zach Kassian and defenseman Marc-Andre Grognani. Andre Kostitsyn from the Montreal Canadiens was moved to the Nashville Predators in exchange for the Preds' 5th and 3rd round draft picks in the 2013 draft. Quite possibly the biggest name to not be moved before the deadline was the captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets, forward Rick Nash, who was the center of many rumors heading up to the deadline. After just a few notable trades, it's safe to say this year's NHL trade deadline day did not live up to expectations. The Oilers took to the ice against St. Louis on Wednesday, with their newest defenseman Nick Schultz making an impact. Check it out. The game's first goal came less than a minute into the first period at the hands of St. Louis Blues forward Andy McDonald. Midway through the second frame, McDonald buried his second of the night to make it a 3-0 game. The Oilers responded quickly, and with 50 seconds left in the second, rookie Ryan Nugent-Hopkins slid one in to bring the Oilers within 1. Yan Dany, replacing Oilers starter Devin Dubnyk between the pipes in the third, allowed another 2 goals, one that came on a penalty shot, ending the game with a score of 5-2 in favor of the St. Louis Blues. With the loss, the Oil dropped to 4-5-1 in their last 10 games and remain in 29th place in the NHL. This week we saw college hockey, pro hockey, and Edmonton's favorite sports teams. I'm Matt Ingles. This was End Zone Sports for 2nd edition.
And now it's time for a little Did You Know? Did you know that Courtney Cox first auditioned for the character Rachel, but after reading the script she asked to play Monica instead? Did you know that in the first episodes of Friends, the characters' apartments were numbers 4 and 5, but when the producers realized the storyline had their apartments higher up in the building, they changed the apartment numbers to 19 and 20? Did you know that Bruce Willis made 2 guest role appearances on the show for free? Bruce had to come on the show without pay after losing a bet he made with Matthew Perry, who plays Chandler. And now you know the secrets behind Friends.
Oh hey, I got a lot more ideas for my songs. The next one's gonna be called Yellow Snow. You want to hear it?
No. I mean, no thank you. I think it's time for us to take a break.
You're breaking up with me?
We aren't together. I'm at commercial break. And then when we get back, I finally get to bake a cake and eat it too. Stay tuned.
Tired of boring? NR92 can help.
Just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight.
As impulsive as you are, NR92.com, the station for the students.
Music ADD. I want this song. Get distracted with us.
On NR92.com, the station for the students.
Music. Yours? Mine.
Ours. NR92.com,
the station for the students.
My NR92 is sexy.
Sexy and I know it.
My NR92's country.
The chef got stuck.
My NR92 is urban.
Lose itself in the music.
NR92.com,
the station for the students.
NR92 invites you to a radio station for NAIT students.
New music and variety all cater to you.
NR92.com.
Your music, your attitude.
Newer than a college freshman.
Welcome to the jungle.
More variety than a garden salad. It's NR92. The station for the students.
You're in the dark. Wake up.
Listen to NR92 and stay connected with your campus. Give a hoot. NR92.com, the station for the students. Songs for you, played by people like you.
I love you like a love song.
The only difference between us and you is we have a microphone. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm Stephen Shaw, and today I'm joined by Chef Sheldon Polowick. Today we're going to be making a fantastic recipe for friends and family. And Chef Sheldon, why don't you tell us more about it?
Today we're making an ice wine cornbread cake with an orange glaze.
Okay.
So here I'm going to start with, I have 2 eggs. I'm going to add in my sugar. Just going to whisk this a little bit. And if you want to help me, if you want to pour in my my ice wine first.
Okay.
And I also have an orange liqueur.
Alrighty.
To carry on the orange flavor.
Now, for this recipe, is there any other kind of liqueur that you could use?
Yes, you could use pear, you could use apple, anything you feel like actually.
Okay.
All the flavors are interchangeable. So I'm also going to add my dry ingredients right away. I've got flour and cornmeal. We're going to mix those together. And I'm actually using cake flour today.
Okay.
And why we use cake flour is so that the cake comes out nice and tender. If you use bread flour or something like that, it'll just be a little bit kind of chewier, so this will be nice and soft. So if you want to add the oil next, let's go with this until it's all incorporated. So that's just a little bit of canola oil, just for a little bit of moisture.
Okay.
So this is all pretty much mixed together. You want to get most of the lumps out, but you don't need all of them. And in the bottom here, we're going to put some dulce de leche.
And what is dulce de leche?
It is actually basically just cooked milk with sugar. And the easiest way to do it is take sweetened condensed milk and you boil it for about 4 hours.
Okay.
And then that's comes out nice and caramel-like.
Okay.
So we're gonna add in our batter here. We want it about half full. And then we're gonna bake this in the oven for 350 for 8 minutes.
Alrighty.
And if you want to pass over, we have one finished there. So this one was baked for 8 minutes. Then we just finished off with our orange glaze. A little bit of orange glaze, and it's finished.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, you know what? That looks fantastic, and I want to thank you so much, Chef Sheldon.
You're
I
welcome.
cannot wait to show my friends and family this recipe, and that has been Cooking with Ernest.
How you doing?
And he tells me to focus. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
What are you drinking?
Mocha.
Awesome. I never know what to order when I come to coffee houses.
I always know what to order before I come here.
What? How do you do that?
Oh, easy. At home. I always go on the internet and find out. I have the perfect site for you.
Go to www.starbucks.com. This will then take you to the Starbucks homepage, where there is plenty of videos, entertainment, and recent news in the world of coffee. By clicking the coffee icon, you can learn more about all types of coffee, from blonde roast to dark roast. When you go to the menus icon, there is an assorted list of drinks and food that even include bottled drinks. Click the beverage that sounds most appetizing, leading you to the page that includes all the drinks related to your chosen beverage category. Do you still want to know more about the drink? Click where you can alter the cup size, milk, and topping of your choice. The nutrition facts change depending on your choices, where you can scroll, read, and agree with the nutrition facts, finding the perfect beverage.
Hi, I'm Matt Ingalls.
And I'm Emily Fitzpatrick. On this week's movie review, it's all about guts, guns, and glory.
As we take a look at Active Valor, a film starring active duty Navy SEALs.
Check it out.
Base in the tower.
Active Valor takes a look inside the mysterious life of Navy SEALs. The lead roles are played by a group of active SEALs who stepped in when they felt they weren't being portrayed realistically.
In the film, the SEALs are dispatched on a mission when the rescue of a CIA operative leads to the discovery of a deadly terrorist plot against the U.S.
Inspired by true events, the film combines stunning combat scenes, heart-pumping emotion, and uses the most up-to-date battle technology, creating an action lover's dream.
See you. And if you're not willing to give up everything, you've already lost.
We're going to give that 4 rocket launchers out of 5.
Definitely worth checking out.
And that was this week's second edition movie review.
A nap. Oh, writing hits is so hard.
Toga!
Steven, what are you doing? Greek theme is next week.
Oh, come on!
It wasn't Active Valor enough action for 1 week?
Well, I guess it was a pretty good movie review.
Not to mention that all the food you cooked at Ernest left my sweet tooth in a food coma. Who change it to something? You look ridiculous.
Fine. But tune in to next week's episode. May, look, our show's on.
Oh.
This week in our movie review,
Oh, God.
2012 opening ceremony. Oh.
Nip slip.
It's a square!
I'll be there for you. Second edition is really cool.
RTA cartoons, sports, entertainment, and news. Second edition's got the